Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. Today, we have a lot of new things to explore. Yesterday, the Android Tiers Plus mod went into 2.0, version 2.0. So they've added a whole bunch of new features. I actually started reading up on it, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to stop reading up on it so that I can go in blind in the episode, so that we can actually see some of the new features and see how sort of intuitive it is just to dive in and see what they've adjusted here. That was, apparently, that was actually added yesterday, which explains the reconnect to khamenman option that I noticed, but I didn't actually realize it added a whole bunch more research. I definitely didn't realize it added as much as it did. So we go over to the Androids tab here. We've got SM7 Battle Surrogate series, which are they're actually in the base Androids mod. They're these gigantic things you can only apparently call in with an orbital grenade. We've actually not come across any of these yet. So this, and it says there how to build SM7. So it's not even like that we could get one and then control it, you know, via proxy. This is a full-blown battle upgrade, so I think this could be very, very fun. There's also different types of servers as well. I started seeing some of the endgame stuff, and I thought, no, you know what, we've got to save it for the episode, and I've got to surprise myself to some extent with this as well. I think we are going to have to clear a bit more space within the base to fit some of this stuff in. Some of it looks fairly sizable. You know, I think we need some sort of deep Android storage as well. So clearing out a couple more of these sort of cave segments, sort of like taking out, I don't know, this area here, turning that into a dedicated Android processing bay probably wouldn't be such a bad plan. And I also want to tidy up the base a little bit as well, because I've noticed, like, looking around more and more, it looks a bit crap, doesn't it, the base? It's not as nice as it could be, certainly. We've got a lot of, like, missing floors. Granted, they're Androids, so they don't really need it, but it's not the nicest looking base in the world. I'd love to make some additions here to make it just a bit more appealing. A lot of you guys point out as well that I haven't had the shield generators on for a few episodes. To be honest, has it made any difference? I mean, absolutely not. The only thing it could potentially protect us against is, like, actually, even drop pods, it's irrelevant now, because of course we've got the scrambler on the on the tack, so it shouldn't make any difference at all. I'm not bothered by the shield generators. They might mitigate certain missiles. That I will admit is the only benefit to it. I wonder if we can reinstall this somewhere. Was I not going to do that? Like, reinstall this somewhere where it would cover all of our turrets? Yeah. So if we reinstalled it there instead, in theory, it would fix that. I'm going to quickly see if we can do something better with the shield generator. We'll leave this one on. But as for the shield generator protecting our people, I don't think it's necessary. I really don't. It uses up a lot of power. It causes a lot of fire. We end up rebuilding them sort of every other episode. They're just... It's not worth it, in my opinion. And again, we've really not suffered from it, given that they've been off the past sort of 5 or 6 episodes or so. Shit. Oh, am I going to have to put it somewhere? Okay, we're going to have to move it somewhere completely different and then reinstall it back over into the new zone. Hopefully this is not something added by the Minify mod. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Repairbot. Good one. All right, so let's also get this place mined out then, too. Oh, my God, these robots. These advanced artificial intelligence clearly are clearly doing a good job there. Okay, so let's put down... Actually, we know where to put the blocks here, because, of course, the mining mod here, the tunneling mod, will have automatically done that to a degree where, obviously, the roofs won't collapse in. Very nice. Hang on, how did they get out of there? I thought he completely bricked himself in then for a second. Oh, well, never mind. So that should keep the roof up as well. It's every 8 blocks, so that is a little bit overcautious, to be fair, actually. We could put it... yeah, hang on, if we put it there, so that's 8... 8 blocks that size, so it's 10 blocks, so we need to move it, like... If we put one here, here, and here, I think just off the top of my head, that should be able to hold up all of the roofs. Oh, well, we'll soon find out when our robots are crushed and killed irreversibly. Okay, let's also reinstall this. So I want that to cover all of the turrets. If we're going to keep a shield generator on, we might as well make it as effective as possible, huh? So right there covers all of it. I am a little bit concerned... Oh, no, hang on. It actually doesn't, though, does it? Because we've got those other 2 on the end now. The shield generators are a little bit finicky, aren't they? Kind of a pain in the ass. Maybe we just won't cover the EMP. So if we install that 2 blocks lower, it will cover all the turrets besides the EMP. To be honest, the EMP is fairly durable. It's got a pretty decent amount of hit points, and of course, it's going to be targeted last anyway, because it's the furthest away from the center. So we'll just... Excuse me? We'll just cover up the... we'll cover up the other guys instead. Let's see if we move that just about there. There we go. Actually, we can put it there. That works fine. Because obviously we've got to install it in a way that also our people aren't going to be shooting at the turrets. Or at the shield covering the turret specifically, otherwise it'll cause it to overheat. If I was going to redesign this, I would make it so it actually fits the outer edge of the shield generator. So that very outer radius there would be, or the very outer circumference, I should say, would be the embrasures. That's where we follow it, and we'd probably build it across in a semicircle arc. That would work so much better, wouldn't it? My God, we'd lose a little bit of surface area, I will agree, in terms of the actual turret placement. But hey, you know what? We'll worry about that in a minute. We've got a raid to worry about for the time being. Can we get that powered on? Oh, there's actually not a cable running to it right now. It doesn't matter. Like I said, we've had it off for 5 episodes. What's another episode, huh? What are we up against? Oh, wow. Okay, hello. Loads of surrogate androids. So you guys point out that the black androids there are surrogate androids. Now, this is interesting. They can be mixed in with regular colonists as well. So it's not just a dedicated android raid. It's a dedicated android raid and friends. So let's go ahead and select similar. I've freaked the game out, apparently. Oh, you can't. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Yeah, it doesn't work. Well, it used to. Hang on. Let's try this again. The game is really not... Oh, there we go. 169. Wow. We've got ourselves one... Okay, it doesn't actually hover over the weapons as well. That's a bit frustrating. But we know we've got some rocket launchers coming in there as well. All of the decoys are built, so I'm not too concerned about that. Oh, also, many of you point out what was going on with the Punisher yesterday as well. So apparently these things, weirdly enough, and I don't feel so bad about this one, because a lot of people in the comment section also thought it worked the way I thought it worked as well. Maybe I was missing something else. So it can target anywhere, just not on your own map. It's very weird like that, in that obviously we can shoot anywhere on the world, then the bullets can arc, unless you're firing in your own base, at which point you need line of sight. So, we're actually going to build a fortified bunker for this thing based on a design someone sent me over Discord. That's another thing to do today. We've got like a mountain of stuff to do now, all these mods have updated, so it's going to be quite dense. How much steel have we got? Oh yeah, we can afford to do it as well. This is cool. Right, I'm going to let them just blow themselves up fighting all the dummies, killing... Are they ignoring the... Oh, no, they're actually going in melee range? Well, that could work out quite well for us if their rockets start firing off here. Hopefully they get a little bit closer and don't take out too many of these boys to start with. And they are splitting their numbers too. So you've got like some surrogate androids going into the kill box, which of course are going to get wiped out by... Oh, one thing I want to do as well. This is something a lot of you have been suggesting. Switch back over to blaster mode rather than melter mode. Otherwise, that's why we had so much plasteel, right? Because we had so many android raids, we were breaking them down for parts. If we go back to blaster mode rather than melter mode, in theory, we should be able to salvage a lot more of that... Oh, God. We should be able to salvage a lot more of that, a lot more of that plasteel back, and of course some of the persona cores. Not that we really need any more there. Right, I'm gonna have to free my boys very quickly. Oh dear, free Strauss. Come on, get him out of there. Build a bot. You need to be quicker than this, my man. Right, there we go. And I'll go ahead and set you guys defensive positions. There we go. Okay, we should be fine. What? Excuse me? Oh, because they blocked themselves. You fools! You absolute morons! Please don't collapse the roof. Well, obviously it's not going to right now, but I need to remember to put that back later, otherwise that will cause some problems. Right, go. Okay, so all our guns are set on blaster mode. Have they fired their rockets yet? No, they haven't. Why are they not firing? There we go. Ah, right on cue. Very nice. You know what? I think there's still going to be a couple more rocket launchers out there. It's obviously very difficult to tell because the game is kind of freaking out a little bit there, huh? So we've got 3 triple rocket launchers left and a doomsday rocket launcher. Wow, okay. Let's get... So what we do have here is an emergency anti-grain warhead. This came in with a supply drop during the last supply drop, actually. We could use that right now. And to be honest, given that they've actually got through all of our decoys and we've still got 4 potential rocket weapons left, I think I'm going to get Zero to drop that anti-grain warhead on them. I think this is the right time to be using something like that. They're obviously going to be queued up through the kill box as well. Give it a second. We'll manually pick a target here. I'm thinking we go for somewhere like here. And now we'll obviously do a lot of damage to our own... No, I actually want to target the floor, weirdly enough. There we go. Come on, fire, my boy. 3 seconds left. You know what? It actually might be a complete waste at this stage. Oh, no, we'll still kill a lot, won't we? You know what? I'm going to do it just because they're fun to fire. Although, at the speed he's taken to fire that, maybe not. Why don't we drop it in the kill box? Or in the maze? Why don't we drop it, like, right here in the maze? Hang on, let's get the floor targeted there rather than a person, because I don't want them leading the shot. Fire it right there. That should be pretty devastating. And now he's got to go on cooldown again. Okay. I think they're going to be dead. Honestly, I think they're going to be dead before this thing actually fires off. But hey, here we go. I've never been so disappointed in my whole life. Look at these guys. They're actually getting really fast. Sorry, I'm ignoring the actual main sort of crux of the raid here. My God. There go the triple rocket launchers. The shield did... I mean, obviously the shield did nothing. It's turned off. We've just had that discussion. Sorry, I have a memory of about 2 seconds. So, wow. This was devastating. This is actually devastating. I don't know what I expected. I was not expecting this much damage, I'll be honest. Wow, really? Okay. Yeah, that was a bit of a mess. That was a bit of a mess. Sorry, we just got to kill off the... I wonder if, and this is definitely worth bringing up right now, if the Surrogate Android mod is going to fuck with the Merciless survival raids. Because we've gone from 140-man raids to 170-man raids. Literally overnight. And I don't believe we've gained enough progress to warrant that. Granted, we've churned out a lot of heavy marine armor. However, that wealth was already in the colony. The game is just going to assess that as, you know, it doesn't know, oh, as people are more armored now, let's send harder raids. It just looks at the actual monetary value of things. I wonder if that's going to fuck with things. I certainly hope not. Let's put it that way. Oh, God, please be careful. I wonder if that's going to... I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. This could cause some real issues. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how it goes. I hope I don't have to remove it, because these surrogate android raids could be nuts. Maybe they're just not accounted for raid points. On the plus side, though, that is a lot of plasteel we're bringing in there. That's 32... Oh, those... I thought they were robots, but no, they've all just started rotting, because, of course, we're using the habit launchers there. That's also why I didn't mind our androids sort of fucking around while there's some enemies, because, of course, the habit launchers don't actually do damage to our boys. Right, so we've got... What are we looking at here? 8 tier 4 androids, okay. 6 tier... Man, that just screams that this is not working, because not only has it sent all these crazy people with the rocket launchers, but it's also sent a lot of tier 4 androids as well, which normally account for quite a significant chunk of raid points. We might have just entered some very, very hard territory. I basically can't keep playing as sloppy as I have been now. We're going to have to try and min-max to some extent. Oh, no, don't make me do it. Okay, if we are then, let's immediately start with some of the plans that we've got going here. We are going to have to rebuild about 4,000 turrets here, but that's okay. Yeah, let's get the shield generator online. I don't think the shield generator would have actually helped that raid at all. Bearing in mind it was, what, 4 triple rocket launchers or 3 triple rocket launchers and a doomsday rocket launcher. The shield has broken from us shooting it. So I think that would have been kind of a moot point. It might have, you know, negated a couple of those rockets there. Let's get this online, though, because I think it might be more relevant. Hey, that might be the difference between saving one of our lives, more importantly. Turrets, those will come and go, but our androids are... Our androids are a lot more valuable than that. To be honest, I'm very, very tempted to put down a large quarry over here. With these new android upgrades, it's not completely inefficient, right? So the Skymind antenna, I believe they're actually upgrades for this now. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna deconstruct that one entirely, and then we'll reinstall. Mainly because we're also not using it. Like, we only used it for upgrades. Besides that, it's doing nothing for us. Let's also move this over very slightly as well. What I'm gonna do is try and put down a massive quarry over here, actually directly in the stockpile. That way it's a bit more convenient for everybody. I think we also need to remove that support block too. Then we should be able to fit a massive one down here. Bear in mind, any unquarried stone, or any area where there is unquarried stone, we can build on. So this entire mountain that, of course, we've hollowed out here is more than fine. Like, we could put quarries anywhere inside our base, essentially. It's safe, free resources, you know, with our androids who otherwise have nothing to do. Got to admit, though, that's pretty efficient. 2.3 days left, and the rebuild is basically done. The last 2 turrets coming in now. I mean, I'm actually genuinely surprised it takes that little time to get the base fully rebuilt. A lot of repairing needs to be done, but, I mean, the plasteel umbrages are quite hardy things. Even at that, they've still got 516 health left, so that's working out pretty well. Shield generator is online and now ready to go, too, covering all of those turrets, so in theory, we won't have to replace those. Again, the EMP cannon, not active right now, but the EMP cannon is only really essential during mechanoid raids anyway, so if we did lose it, I wouldn't lose too much sleep. Well, there we go. Okay, and we got a resupply there. We got, thank you, 7 whole chem fuel. You shouldn't have, my god. All right, so what I want to do then is kind of, I've started to open this area up somewhat. I obviously want to get some floors down in here, like I said, tidy the whole base up really, because it's a complete fucking state. Let's reinstall this drill somewhere a bit more appropriate too, because that's kind of, there's a little bit of uranium there. It's not really worth it, is it? We'd have to install that over 2 different tiles. What have we got over here, then? That's plasteel. We don't really need too much plasteel, to be honest. Uranium. Oh, yeah, we've got more steel. Right. So we'll put down another deep drill here. I remember us actually actively mining that out so we could put the drill over there instead. I just want a floor in here. I think it will look 10 times better with a floor. So what have we got? Loads of bricks. Seeing as apparently we finished that rebuild in no time at all, we might as well work on some more of the aesthetics-based stuff. Should we put down, like, a syntholine floor? Because we've got so much of that stuff. We got metal... I don't think we can we? Nope. I don't think we actually can. That's a real shame, because we've got so much of the damn thing. Put down just regular old metal tiles. How much steel have we got now? Okay, we definitely don't have enough to be doing concrete. This is all going to look so bad. So past the nuclear lab, then, is going to be our robotics lab. Now, what I need to do, actually, before I forget, is let's enable... so Zero is our researcher. Oh, that's it. Right, I remember we actually removed the research bench because I completely foolishly said there's never going to be any more research, and then the mod updated. So let's put down another high-tech research bench. I think we've still got a lot of research speed bonuses in this room, even though it's not nearly quite as efficient as it was last time. I guess we can put it there. That works fine, doesn't it? I can't believe out of all the robots, like, we've got all these sort of ergonomic chairs, cloth armchairs, whatever, and then Zero, our top-tier... insane tier 5 bot is sitting on a crappy dining room. It is masterwork, though. The Divinity of Suffering. Oh, I remember what that was called now. Yeah, that's why we kept it around. Okay, fair enough. So we'll get this done straight away, and then we'll just have Zero. I mean, in theory, we should do it automatically, right? We'll have him get this research done as soon as possible. RepairBot 3 is already on it. Zero, let's get you up to the lab preemptively. I want to blitz through this research as fast as possible so that we can start planning out the base mainly, because I don't want to keep, you know, dismantling things, building new little workbenches here and there. There we go. Okay, this seems like quite a hefty research. So it's just the androids tab, isn't it? So we've got the SM Surrogate Battle Droid. That is what I really want to get here, because we've not seen any yet. I've seen sort of previews of them, but I've never actually seen them in action. Now, as they're surrogates as well, Zero, in theory, would be able to control a good amount of them with his mind. I think you can control multiple ones with a single droid. This could be very, very cool. Oh, no. We've got androids spawn. We've got androids. We've got bugs spawning in the nuclear reactor. This is a problem. This is absolutely a problem, because they just attack things randomly. Obviously, you must have seen Rimworld infestations before. These guys would just go butt wild on whatever they're next to. We need to stop this. We need to stop. Like I'm gonna put our lives on the line here to stop this, because if they damage these nuclear reactors, we could be looking at, I guess a catastrophic failure in terms of the base. It looks as if it's only... Oh, there we go. What that... Why are they green? Okay, it's actually not nearly as bad as I thought. So let's send Unit in with his armor, with his weapons here. Just send him in by himself. I'm going to get everyone else to hold fire temporarily. Stop firing. Let's see how powerful Unit is. He's got a chainsword. He's got his marine armor. I think just by himself, he should be able to stop these guys. Oh, unless they get too close, I guess. Just go melee. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Okay, this is where Unit, I think, will shine somewhat. He's got his sword. He's going to purge some Xeno filth with his power armor. Okay, take these guys out as well. Then the Queen is going to be obviously the... This, I imagine, is going to be fairly tricky. Let's see what happens here. She's climbing all over my nuclear reactor. Hey, get off of that. Off of the turbine, I guess. Oh, wow. She actually seems quite tanky. 93%. Oh, Unit's got this. Unit's absolutely... Oh, 79. Shit. This is a hell of a battle. Nice work. Thank you, Unit. All right. Not as bad as I thought, but that is definitely a consideration for the future. Is this uranium worth it? Oh, well, luckily we're actually done drilling there. What's this one drilling out for us as well? Uranium. We do need it, but this is a big risk. Research how to build the VX0, a neural chip which will transform the host into a biological surrogate. Oh, well, that's no use, is it? I guess we can have people control androids rather than androids controlling other androids. Well, that one's a bit pointless. I hope that isn't going to be the limiting factor here, because we're already androids. Let's hope that we can't. VX1 neural chip, allowing the host to control remotely. Okay, so that's obviously androids controlling androids. That one's humans controlling androids. That sounds kind of cool. Wait, the host into a biological surrogate. So we are controlling others? Like human beings. That's how I'm interpreting that. Okay, sorry, I got the wrong end of the stick there. Oh, that's cool then. So rather than control androids, we can actually control people through it. That's interesting. That's like full-blown assimilation. Damn it, where were you 2 months ago when we started this damn series? It's bad that I'm actually genuinely considering putting down a stone cutting table so that we can finish the floors here. I feel like it's a little bit late in the campaign, bearing in mind we have, you know, huge nuclear reactors, which, speaking of which, we can actually fill up finally with the last bit of the fuel here. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it because I think the base just looks hideous. There's so much extra little things I'd like to change about it, and that's definitely top priority. Also, I want to kind of open it up a lot more. I've got a lot of very unnecessary walls and adjustments and changes. It's very, I can't imagine how much it's actually slowing everybody down. Oh, we've actually done it. Oh my god. Okay. How do we build those? How do we build those then? Android tiers. Android pod and M7 pods. Okay, here we go. And I imagine very large. Very large. A giant pod where an M7 can be repaired, stored, or wait for a host in the case of surrogates, and charged if connected to power. Right, how do we build an M7 then? Because surely they're not going to fit on the Android workbench, surely. M7. What? Okay. Fine. We're going to build ourselves a dedicated Android lab then. And that's what this area is going to be. I like the crafting room. What I actually might do, because I know a lot of people have been asking for it, we'll move the crafting room. We'll move some of the raw material stockpiles. So we'll kind of use this shelf system as well. So steel, plasteel components, gold, obviously components, advanced components, we'll bring over here. We'll put down a full crafting table, and I will try and build some glitter net support as well. because I feel like that's long overdue. And I mean, it just seems so appropriate for this particular campaign as well that we would add that into things. I'm going to try and design this room specifically to be the most efficient thing we can possibly build with. I have no idea how GlitterNet works. I should emphasize that to start off with here. It's going to be a lot of experimentation to make things work, but the first thing we can do is obviously make sure that everywhere is connected to one of these cabinets. So what I'm actually going to do, and normally they're quite expensive, but we're kind of in a position now where we can build a fair amount of advanced components. We've only got 4 left. Really? What the hell have we spent those on? Well, never mind. What I'll do then is we'll actually go ahead and create that as a blueprint, and we'll just copy this over to all of these pillars. So we'll make sure that the entire, I mean, it's all equidistant anyway, right? So we'll make sure that those are covering everywhere in this room. It's complete overkill, but it's better to be safe, right? And make sure everything's getting that bonus. That way we kind of have a bit more freedom with where we want to put things down. Maybe at these very furthest away walls, like this cabinet, say, for example, won't affect all the way over here, but we can build fairly close to that and then put the ones that aren't affected by it, like smelteries, crematoriums, whatever, much further away towards us. Oh, that was our raid. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm counting that one as a free raid then, so we can actually really focus on rebuilding all of this. Now, I'm actually going to cancel hauling any limestone chunks because we are building the floors out of that. So let's get those cancelled, and let's get everything else just shifted. Actually, you know what? I think I'm actually going to do it. I think that's going to be the first thing I build then. Let's go production. Let's put down a large stone cutting table. There's an electric one as well. So let's go for, what have we got a lot of again? A plasteel. Oh, wait, we could have synthamide. Whoa, that's really good. Sorry, syntholine. That's basically free then, isn't it? Nice. Let's put down a couple of those then, and let's get these guys working on this straight away. We're just going to turn all of these chunks. It's probably, honestly, quicker than hauling it, given the amount of work speed bonuses we've got on a lot of these guys as well. Another thing I've got to make sure I do as well is use these advanced chairs added by the furniture expanding mod, because those give a whole bunch of comfort bonuses. Comfort 1.49 is quite nice, especially given that they're not the highest quality they could be, especially if you get the quality or the construction level 20 bot, whichever one that is. I assume it's probably build bot, right? Getting him to rebuild all of this stuff as well, it's just going to help out so much. There are these minor little things that have been bugging me for a long time that isn't really worth rebuilding one by one, but in a full rebuild, there's no reason not to do it, right? So I'm also trying to plan this out as efficiently as possible. So things like I said, this cabinet actually doesn't reach all the way to that back wall, so instead we can use that for space for, say, the tailor cabinets that give work speed bonuses specifically to that. We don't want them in the middle of the room, though, because, of course, they don't affect anything else, so that's valuable space otherwise wasted. As it is right now, like, this is wasting a lot of room. We've had to build this bench over here, which means it's missing out from the bottom workbench because this is in the way, etc., etc. So this is going to be much, much better, like, so much more efficient than that other crappy room that we had right there. Can that connect up to all the benches? It looks like it is, but I could be wrong. Actually, no, I don't think it quite was it? It's so difficult to tell. My God. If we put it there, so fucked up. Yeah, so it doesn't quite reach again, but it does there. So I'm going to put that, and that's the furthest point it can be away from those. So again, we're going to put that one there, and then we're going to put these two other cabinets that don't affect anything else right behind it to try and make the best use of this space. That I like quite a lot, so we're too far away to connect up to the green cabinet at the top section, yet the green cabinet on the other section is connectable. This is nice. This actually works really, really well. It's just a shame that the wall is one block slightly too wide. Otherwise, everything will fit perfectly into this room. But again, like I said, I've used it for some of the extra cabinets there. The radio as well. I assume we could put some other... We just fill it with art, things like that, to really please them. Oh, you know what we could use it for? GlitterNet. That's like a perfect example of where we could put that... Because apparently, I believe you have to attach each workbench to a specific GlitterNet, but like work speed boosting station. So this is pretty good. We've got like this extra area to run those wires, those workstations, however the hell it works behind. Okay, fair enough then. So I will, we'll go ahead and install a couple of these as well. Actually, I wanted to reinstall that. I don't know why I'm building a copy. Right, there we are. Give me that. Thank you. Right, so let's put a few of these down, because I imagine we're going to need quite a couple of these if we're planning on churning out some of those big boy androids, especially. Right, there we go. Is that connected up to all four? Again, it's really difficult to tell. It does look it, because that top line is very, very thick there with two C's. Put that there, then. There we go. Okay, things are working pretty nicely, I think. So we've got a lot of the... I've tried to reinstall things that just make logical sense as well, actually. I need to reinstall this one round so that the input-output bays are also in some sensible area. So we've got quick access to the nuclear reactor as well for obviously rods. Oh, God. Oh, no. It's so broken. Maybe you're not supposed to be able to reinstall those, huh? Thank you, Minify Mod. Very cool. I think I might have to build a fresh one of those, huh? Whoops. Oh, God. I've got some sort of interdimensional crane game going on right now. Let's start fresh with that one. That's my bad. I didn't realize. Right, so let's put another storage pool there. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense, right? So we've got all the nuclear reactor stuff over here. We've got the uranium, the pellet, obviously the fuel rods overflowing a little bit. Actually, now's a good time to really take advantage of that and wander around in sadness. I was going to get him to reinstall it into the machine. That's all right. Anyone else can do it. Oh, or not. They require intellectual. Mining bot 3? Nice, thank you. Good backup intellectual character there. Let's scram the reactor. Wait for it to fully cool, and then obviously get all of our rods loaded into there rather than build the pool and then load them all into that, only to take them back all out again, huh? Right, we are good, I believe. There we are. Okay, so I want you to... Anybody? Oh, someone must already be working on it. That's okay. All right, there we are. So nice. Now we get a fully fueled reactor as well. It's just so much more effective. Then I'll start looking into the gluttonet stuff. Like I said, I've never really touched on this stuff before, so I think it's, my god, we actually... Oh, we're churning out cybernetic arms while we're doing this. Yeah, why not? Now's definitely the time to be doing that. Be very careful about turning this on, because the last thing I want to do is brick all of this hard work that we've just put into rebuilding the base, huh? And let's also very quickly, I just reinstalled the floors, so let's put this back down then. There we are, okay. Probably get a lot of them, oh, actually none of those have decayed yet, so I think we're safe, right? Those won't actually create any sort of nuclear radiation. Turn it on. Let's put it at let's put it low. Let's put it very low tier. Refugee chase to Hive 2. Now's not the time. I'm sorry, we're halfway through a rebuild. We're starting up the reactor. He's been chased by 2 enslaved androids, 39 raider androids, 67 raider androids, another 46 raider androids, and by the way, 10 more raider androids. No, you're okay. Sorry, Massey. There's no way in hell, and no character in Rimworld, it's worth fighting 100 plus enemies. I think, I don't know. Actually, there might be a couple of exceptions anyway. Right, we are gonna need probably some more cooling towers. Yeah, look. We are less than halfway to max power, and our reactor is at... Sorry, our cooling tower... Yikes, we are going to spike this out, aren't we? Let's get as close as we can without ruining everything. Come on, just a little bit more. Okay, that will do. 97% cooling. We need a couple more cooling towers. I think 2 more minimum. So these have an effective range, right? So if we put down another one here, it would obviously not be very good because there's a lot of overlap. Yet if we put one over here, that actually could be quite effective. It's still not going to be fantastic, so it's got very little... you know what? I think a cooling tower would be a better shout. So let's put one of those wherever the hell it will fit, to be honest with you. We can run out a little bit of the mountain there. That's fine. It might count us over, as we found out before, overhead mountain. Even the tiniest little brick can affect these cooling towers even working in the first place. We could put it on a bridge in the ocean. Actually, why not? Yeah, why don't we be a bit more space effective here? So we're going to need to chop down a shitload of trees, but that's okay. You know, I'm not going to really complain too much when it's about cooling our nuclear reactor. No, what is all this new research? So we've got firewall server response to securing your SkyMine network against cybernetic attack and virus. Okay, that sounds like something we definitely need. And we've also got loads of little cabinets as well. Okay, hacking server allowing you to... What is the difference between all of these? I imagine the i500 is more effective than the i300s, and it's clearly like an old tape PC, so these have got to be the best ones, right? They're so small. It doesn't seem particularly appropriate. Okay, that's fine. You know what? It doesn't matter. Hey, we can put our SkyMine tower in this room now. And this room I decided we might as well turn into a full-blown Android hospital area. Something a bit more appropriate for making sure that everybody's kept alive. We'll put down a few more beds. And like I said, this is the perfect place to be putting down our SkyMine towers, huh? What's the difference between this one? Oh. Relay tower amplifies the signal and prevents degradation over long distances. Very cool. And then the antenna V2 is obviously the thing that controls the whole thing in the first place. Yeah, I think putting it in here definitely wouldn't hurt. What the hell are you talking about, space already occupied? Occupied by what? Space already occupied. The lights, do they count as occupying the space? Okay, let's remove those then. Damn it, that could be a problem because they're going to be mining in the dark. It doesn't... Surely they would move these things on the floor before they... That's not going to cause it, right? Okay, hang on, let's try again. Quarry, space occupied. Am I blind? What? Space already occupied. Okay, hang on. Clearly I'm a fool. Clearly I'm missing something very obvious here. Okay. Oh, no, I'm not. Power cables? Maybe? Really? Okay. Maybe it is the things on the floor as well. That could also be a concern, I guess. I guess we can shrink down or readjust some of these many stockpile zones we've got now, given how much we've adjusted things around here. So maybe it is because we've got stuff on the floor where we want to try and build it. Doesn't make much sense if that is the case, but hey. Right, let's expand this up to there then, and then shrink it down this way, and get all these bloody 80 persona cores. Why have we got so many? Aha, it was a hidden trade beacon. Okay, so let's put it there then. We do need 100 steel to kickstart this, and I feel like I might have accidentally used all of our steel on other things. 1 steel there, we got 0 steel there. Oh, shit. Okay, should have built so many goddamn chairs in hindsight, huh? If we got anything we could dismantle just to build this very quickly. What about some of these repair shelves? I don't even know if they give us any steel. Steel electric stone cuts table. Apparently we already have one of those, so I'm going to cancel that. We'll also cancel that for the time being. I just need a tiny little bit of steel to start the quarry. Once we've got that, like, that's it. It'll immediately play for itself after that. So, oh, you know what we've got that we don't need? The chem fuel power plants. Bearing in mind right now we've got a grid excess of 364,000 watts. I feel like the oil power plants are outpaced. They're pointless. We've got them turned off anyway. They're a good backup grid, don't get me wrong, but it's just unnecessary, isn't it? And each one of those is, oh, a shitload of steel. Leave one. Hang on, cancel that one. Who's taking that one apart? Build-a-bot? Here. Leave one online, just in case we do need an emergency, some sort of emergency backup grid if the nuclear generators explode and we have to quickly rebuild. No idea, but it couldn't hurt keeping one around. There we go, that's a lot better. Very nice, and we can actually start. I really want to tidy this area up as well, because this is a complete mess. Right, that should be enough, yeah? Let's make sure we've got someone building that immediately, so that, oh, cremation bot is already on it. Good. Okay, I want to make sure we've got just enough steel to make this work. Oh, the floor's built? Wow, okay, that took no time at all. Let's get these crappy stone chunks out of here. Then we've got ourselves a very... I wouldn't say it's exactly what I had in mind yet, but when we've got the glitternet stuff set up, then I think we've got something quite nice going for us there. But it is much better than the other workroom. Still a little bit crowded in certain areas, because that's only because I want this area to be quite efficient. Granted, we can move one of these and then it will solve all of our problems, but they're working fine as it is. And especially when we get these chunks out here as well. I'm pretty happy with that. That's not too bad at all, is it? It's definitely a lot more effective than then running halfway across the base, you know, they're making the rods over here, taking it to a different bench, which is making the, or you know, refining the uranium into pellets, then bring it into here, only to have it moved into this next room. Now it's all centralized into literally just this area. So that's... Hey, I think that could work a lot better. We've got our low-tier androids mining away in the quarry then, so that should bring in, even if it's just a tiny amount of resources, still should work pretty well. Oh my god, they actually mined 2 in a row, 3 in a row without failure. Hang on. They've done it. My boys have finally done it. Oh, okay, there we go. 4 in a row. Hey, nice. And then failure after failure after failure. Like I said, it's about 80% failure rate. I'll actually pull up the settings in a second, and we'll take a look at that. Skycloud Core, what on earth is that? Research how to build Skycloud Core servers, which are powerful supercomputer that can host several digitized consciousness. Oh my god. Allow them to interact with every device connected to the network. We could download Zero into the grid. He could be a cyber mind consciousness running the entire base. Then we would never have to worry about getting the game over, because he would be digitized. We download Zero into the grid and download 1 into Zero's body. This is big brain play. Oh my god, this could actually work. And then 1 has the best body because he is our best boy. A more useful candidate for this incredible body, because of course Zero can't do many things. Then we download Zero into the whole base. This is so cool. Okay, this is absolutely the plan going forward then. We're going to digitize Zero and have him run everything from the shadows. That, I think, is the final thing. I didn't want to plan out any more of the base until we got all of the research done, so that we know exactly what we're dealing with here. And that is, I believe, absolutely it. So the Skycloud Core being the final Android-based research, you imagine this is going to be fairly impactful. Let's take a look at the Android tiers mod then. Skycloud Core. There we are. That's the thing I saw on the screenshots. My god, it takes a lot to build, huh? I also hate that the room is slightly the wrong size to fit it in. Oh, that's so annoying. You fucker. Alright, I guess we'll put it all the way back in the corner then, because that at least looks somewhat better. Yeah, wow. 2,000 steel, 1,500 silver, 400 plasteel, and 12 advanced components. To be honest, the advanced components are the less offensive thing out of that entire list. Skycloud Core. So that is what we want to digitize Zero onto. This is going to be Zero's new body, effectively. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so we want to move this one, I believe it was to there instead. Then we've actually got room for the damn thing. This is going to take a couple of episodes to get these resources together, especially given the speed at which these fucking idiots are moving at. Wow. Yeah, this has been it's been a really big episode in terms of rebuilding. I apologize that this episode is almost certainly going to be late, but obviously it's taken me a lot longer to record this one because it hasn't just been constant warfare. It's been, you know, a bit more rebuilding, planning, waiting for them to actually get little tasks done there. I'll leave it here for today. There's still a lot more work that needs to be done, but like I said, I think this is an excellent first step to getting that base rebuild I talked about earlier. It just looks so much nicer. We'll try and get some of that glitternet integration done as well. We still need a lot more resources. One of the things I think that I'm going to do to try and get around that is building one of the spaceships. Apparently, the second tier spaceship is the best one for that. It has the highest cargo capacity compared to its sort of traveling distance. A bit more like a hauler rather than the others, which are like battleships and whatever else. So we built one of those, and we'll use the long-range minimal scanner to discover good deposits of materials. We can send out the low-tier mining bots. Obviously, that's low risk, low cost if they do die as well. Send them out into the world, go and dig those resources up, bring them home, and it should be a fairly cheap thing to maintain overall. That we've got a lot of resources coming in, and it's not as crappy and inconsistent as the quarry as well. Thank you all for watching. This has been a very weird episode, but again, it's one of those big mod updates, so it might take a little bit of time to also get some of these new features implemented properly. Glitternet, if you know of any good Glitternet guides, or if you have any advice on that one, please let me know tomorrow, because I would love to start working on that. Like I said, I have no experience with that mod, so that is going to be probably a little bit finicky to start off with. Thank you to the insane top tier level patrons for making the series possible in the first place. A big thank you to Uwu Daddy, Astro, Ann in Person, Adrian Eliasson, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Anchor, Attila, Betimus Max, Better Valerian, Blood for the Blood God, Bwen, Chris, Corgi Circa, Stapago, Don, Connie217, Emerald Beam, Foosh, Gabriel Van Ders. Why did I start with this list first? I have no idea. Gaz, Gabriel Van Ders, Genji Zerka, Gothamo, Grey, Hashidumar, I'm Sagataire, Irotha, Icy the Great, Jackson P, Jay Lara, Jacob Wolfie, Jason Sushu, Jose, Jeebus Crust, Joran DeVries, Jessica Smith, Jobs to Lucky Sister, Jilly Vondel, Joseph Ear, Justin Plock, Justin Rules, Justin Walters, Kevin Saunders, Lieutenant Dan, Lepus and Lepus, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Manuel Bosic, Mastolp, Monty, Mosi Sampson, My Name Isn't Dio, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Organised Confusion, Pan Samu, Panthpel, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Ryan Hooper, Sam Keir, Scaps, Shardul, Smirtworm, Socrates, Super Nanny 089, Sweet Sea, Tony Laban, Volta, Voodoo Mumbo, Void Prince Kibo, Will Wade, Wilson, Atef, Wolfie, Yellow 4, Yorker, Sack, and Zetlock 2. Thank you guys all for your support over on Patreon. And now, in a weird backwards order for the first time ever, the insane highest of the high level tier patrons who have gone to the upper echelons of madness to support the channel. Those people are Alchemia, Anthony Gaulier, Sunikirito, Utmost, Savage Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Pelix Strombo, Ben Hoffman, Chesty, Croesus, Donald, Facundo Vasquez, Gogolus, Harry McGowan, Iguana Squad, James Shea, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Norstrus, Necrophilin, Paul, Pelvis Presley, Rodin, Scott, Skaz, Slippy Nips, Somnus, Shay, The One Ring, Tom Terratine, Tyler Kendall, Tyler McClam, Vacuous Backers, Farragon, and William Green. I need a drink. Thank you all for your support. See you guys all tomorrow for Downloading Zero. Finally, the highest and best tier play. Really enjoying this Androids++ mod.